Hi, it's Monday, May 25th in the morning. Night of really strange emotions and dreams and things. Yesterday, I have a neighbor just on the other side here who I could practically reach out and touch, and he had lived in the United States, and so he speaks some English, and he's, just usually says hello and stuff, and so yesterday he said, "Oh, by the way, I saw our neighbor and with his dog, and they were so nice to me and everything. I can't see what the problem is for you." And that to me was a statement of entitlement because he doesn't have to see what the problem is, and it also identifies what the actual problem is. It identifies his attack upon me as a hate crime because he treats other people differently based on his perception of their value to the culture and society around him. And that in itself is the crime. So he has treated me differently because I am gay and because I am myself and I refuse to be someone else to make him comfortable. So I wanted to point that out because I feel like it's a very important distinction to make, because when the person next to you doesn't have a problem with that person, because they have no reason to have that problem, they aren't going to experience the same thing that I am. And by saying that unintentionally, I don't think he intended to be, rude or something about it, but he doesn't have to understand, and that is the entitlement that he gets to live with. He can live there peacefully next to those people because they're not offended by what he's doing in his own home. This is an openly gay LGBTQ community center, so he has had to witness many things that make him uncomfortable, and that is why he has been a bully this entire time. And that is why I realized last night, I'm like, my dog never barks at anyone, is very rarely aggressive, and the only person he's aggressive with is that guy. So every time he comes out, my dog goes crazy when he comes out with his dog or whether he comes out by himself, because he saw that man with the dog that attacked him, but he also saw that man attack me as well. So my dog is going to respond to that because he perceives the threat. And I realized last night when he responded to him and he was getting all upset at the door, it took me about 30 minutes to calm his breathing back down again. I had to put him in my arms and hold him and pet him, and it took him about 30 minutes to calm back down. And then I looked around and I realized we are both living under duress. We are living under an extreme amount of stress. So regardless of the issues with the water that we've had here, which we still very inconsistently have water since February, and the inability of the maintenance of the building infrastructure and all these other issues with the owners of the building, this situation is untenable. And that's very frustrating because that means that I'm the one who has to do something about it, because I have to protect my own sanity and I have to protect the health of my dog, and and I need to be able to sustain my business. So I'm really hoping that the place that I look at on Wednesday will work out. I'm looking around at different things. I haven't seen anything else yet that appeals to me, that meets the needs and has the flexibility that I need. But I am excited about that place on Wednesday, and I am finding it more and more necessary. And I thought, since I'm paid through July, I would wait, but I may not have the luxury of doing that just because of the toll that it's taking on me. So, and again, many sleepless nights and just an inability to really focus right now. So, and I have so much that I need to be doing. And I'm waiting to finish the curation of the show, and you can see on the chair behind me, the cardboard is filled with prints. I need to get to the post office this week. I have to go renew my visa this week. And then presumably Wednesday, when I see this place, if it all works out, then I have to also start beginning the downsizing process. So, and getting rid of things. And that, you could tell that there's a lot of stuff here. I've had a lot of artists here. Lots of things have been left behind. Lots of things donated. So it's going to be a really interesting experience. But circling back around to my point, that statement that my neighbor made, that is indicative of what makes this a hate crime, that identifies it because he treats everyone else differently. And there are other examples within this very particular building with other members of our community who have had experiences with this family. And I wanted to bring that to the forefront. And as just a, it triggered a lot of emotions and anger in me last night, thinking about what he had said. And he's a good person. I don't think that he had any malintent, but it is a lesson. It is something that needs to be identified. Okay, it's Monday, May 25th. Shutting it down. Gonna get back to work.